Hey lovely people, I hope you all are doing well. As you all can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be giving you all the 5 steps that I am taking this year, the year of 2025, to grow my hair healthier and longer, and really with an emphasis on a major length retention, okay? So if you are interested in hearing what my 5 tips are, not tips, but what my 5 steps are to achieving this, please stay tuned. Before I go ahead and jump into these 5 steps, please be sure to hit that subscribe button if you are new here. And if you are returning, welcome back. Thank you all so much for supporting my channel. Please be sure to hit that like button as well as leave a comment down below. All right, now, so let's jump right into the steps that I will be taking to ensure major length retention and growth for this year. This is in no particular order. Step number 1, I will be keeping my hair stretched. I will ensure that my hair is in a stretched state as much as possible. All right, like you all see me here in this video, my hair was pretty stretched out. Keeping type 4 hair, especially type 4 hair, or just hair that tends to kink up and coil up a lot, it is especially beneficial to keep that hair type in a stretched state, as it helps to reduce unnecessary tangles, single strand knots mostly, as well as just mostly the single strand knots. And it causes a lot of unnecessary matting and tangling when the hair is shriveled up and in its shrunken state. Okay, there's nothing wrong with hair being in a shrunken state, but if left unattended, it will mat up and it will tangle upon itself, and there will be a lot of single strand knots. And as a result, a lot of unnecessary breakage when it is time to detangle. I find that when my hair is stretched out, it eliminates those concerns, and it's also easier for me to manage my hair and to detangle it as well, thus reducing the amount of breakage I may experience. Okay, so keeping the hair stretched is definitely on my to-do list for this year, and it's a major key to maintaining my hair's length retention. Okay, so moving on to step number 2 that I will be taking to ensure length retention for my hair and major growth. I will be babying my ends, okay? And what I mean by this is basically, as you all already know, you've probably already heard the saying that your ends are the oldest and most fragile part of your hair, and that is the truth. It is very old, okay? It has been with you throughout your natural hair journey over the years. All right. And I know that there's this written rule that one must get their hair trimmed every 6 months, which is an okay rule to stick by. But I will say that I noticed that when I was taking care of my hair, I rarely had an issue with thinning or splitting ends. So if you would like to maintain the health of your ends, I recommend babying them. And what I mean by that, just being gentle with them for one, ensuring that they are moisturized, and if you can, keep them tucked away as much as possible. I would say if you're not able to keep them in a protective style, keep them tucked away, and you tend to wear your hair out a lot, which is fine, definitely want to make sure you are keeping up with your trims, and just making sure you're keeping your ends moisturized, as well as keeping your ends in a stretched state, because that also helps to eliminate single strands and knots that may form at the ends, and it'll help reduce any unnecessary breakage that will occur at the ends of your hair. All right, so step number 3 that I will be taking is a given, okay? This is like a must when trying to retain any length, is keeping the hair moisturized. I really don't have to go into depth about that, because we are already aware that dry hair leads to breakage. Dry hair, it cracks, it snaps, it pops, it breaks, okay? Your hair needs nourishment. It needs moisture in order to remain healthy and to remain strong. And moisture provides it and helps it to maintain its elasticity. and its health. Okay, so when you have dry hair, it's going to compromise the integrity of your strands, and it's going to lead to breakage. You're going to experience weak spots and weak points in your hair from the dryness. So you want to ensure that you are on a routine when it comes to moisturizing your hair. Okay, so figure out how often it is that you need to moisturize your hair. And of course, this frequency is different from person to person, okay, depending on hair porosity and things of that nature. But I will say it's important to stay on top of moisturizing your hair. And a good habit to have is moisturizing your hair prior to it fully drying out. So don't wait till your hair is dry to moisturize it. Just stay on top of that. Another thing that I notice as well is that dry hair is not easy to manage at all. It can be quite intimidating trying to manage dry hair, as dry hair tends to be a bit more matted and just dull and just a lot of tangles. Okay, and having to deal with that leads to frustration. And the last thing you want to be when doing your hair is frustrated, because that energy is going to reflect in how you deal and care for your hair. All right, so definitely set your hair up for success by keeping it moisturized. Okay, so this next step that I will be sharing with you all, this is step number 4. All right, some people may or may not agree with this step, but I do think this is a crucial step when you want to retain your natural hair length and ensure growth with your hair. You want to make sure that you are detangling your hair. You keep it detangled. Now, of course, natural hair is tangles are inevitable. It's going to be there. But as long as you are doing the work to minimize the amount of tangles and unnecessary tangles, minimizing the unnecessary tangles, it helps your hair in the long run versus waiting till your hair is already tangled to try to detangle your hair. Because one thing you have to understand is, for one, on average, hair sheds 100 strands a day. All right. And if your hair is growing half an inch a month and it's also shedding, and if your hair detangled, especially with curly hair, okay, our hair doesn't shed. You know, when you observe people who have straight hair, as in like 1A hair, their hair sheds out easily, and it's easy for their hair to shed out because it's straight. But when you have curly hair, the hair is just not automatically going to shed easily to the floor. You know, it's going to get stuck on other strands, and it's not going to shed as easily. So it's easy for curly hair it's easy for the shed hair to get trapped and tangled amongst the other hair. And of course, that's going to cause more tangles and more unnecessary tangles and mat. Okay, so it's just a domino effect. So making sure your hair is detangled is like a good thing. I know a lot of naturals are like, oh, I only detangle my hair on wash days, and that's fine. Like, if I do that too. But as long as you're ensuring that your hair is especially at the roots, it'll help to eliminate a lot of unnecessary breakage and shedding that you may experience. So don't be afraid to use a detangling tool on your hair. Of course, use a tool that works for your hair and that benefits your hair, okay? Some people prefer to use detangling brushes, or some people prefer to use just a wide tooth comb. But whatever works best for you, utilize it to your benefit. Okay, and this does not mean you have to detangle your hair every day. That I don't recommend. Okay, so for me personally, I thoroughly detangle my hair every wash day, which is bi-weekly, and in between that time, I tend to finger detangle more often. Okay, so just making sure that I'm keeping my hair detangled as much as possible. The last step that I would like to share with you all that I will be ensuring throughout this year of 2025 to help my hair grow longer and have major length retention is simply having fun with my hair. Having fun with it. I feel like with us naturals in this natural hair community, we have so much rules. Don't do this, don't do that when it comes to your hair. Make sure you're doing this, make sure you're doing that. Because of all these rules we feel the need to abide by, it's so easy to just feel overwhelmed and not just enjoy the journey. You know, it's so easy to feel overwhelmed and just overlook how fun and rewarding the natural hair journey can be. So have fun with your hair. Love on it. Style it. Wear it out. You know, don't be afraid to embrace your hair no matter what the texture is, no matter what the length is. And this will also help to reshape your natural hair journey and to make it more positive and uplifting for you. Because I already know when it comes to natural hair, there's already so much controversy when it comes to certain things and certain topics. But at the end of the day, I will say no one knows your hair better than you do. So embrace it and enjoy it. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, peace and blessings.